Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and my computer is suddenly rebooting itself or something. That's not what we want here. So sorry. It is June 16, just past 10:30. This is annoying. Suddenly it decided to open a new browser or something. I don't know how. Okay, now I can pull this up here. So sorry. I hate being distracted when I'm live, but I want to make sure that I can see your comments. And Nancy commented, good morning. And Marlene is on, good morning, and I need a drink already. I didn't get a drink quick before I sat down. And Janet's on, loving retirement. Well, I guess you're not retired yet. You're in the works, but somehow you're just able to watch me. I forgot how exactly. And I'm sorry, no, none of my live winnings have been sent yet. Hi Marcia, thanks for sharing already. I appreciate it. Good morning, Marlene. Oh, what do I have to share with you today? I don't remember any stories, except that I told you, I think I told you last week that Tyler bought a new house and move-in day was Saturday and it went well. He's had some big hiccups with other things, but they're sort of smoothing out. The Lord's working that out for him, so I'm thankful. But he had lots of helpers. It went well. And if you check out my blogs at all, I'm totally envious of his kitchen. I just love it. It's so cool. Anyway. Hi Sherry, hi Kathy, thank you for joining me. Let's see, what else? I don't remember more things. I know, I love his kitchen and he sent more pictures. So did I tell you? No, I wouldn't have told you because I heard this on moving day. It was too funny. One of his friends told him, now don't stress about boxes. Don't worry about it. You know, you can unpack as you take your time and whatever. Oh, I think I said this on this is why I'm thinking I did it. I have a team check-in every week. And I did that on Sunday, so I'm like, I feel like I've said this before. So his friend is like, don't stress about boxes. You can do that as long as you want. Haha, you should. He would love it. I'll check and see if I'm allowed to share his address with you, or maybe some of you that I know that he knows, I can at least send it to you. Then you can surprise him. Anyway, so she was like, don't stress about it, and he's like, oh no, I took a week off for a reason. I will be unpacking boxes. What Josh does upstairs, that's up to him. He can have as many boxes as he wants. Josh has a great big room upstairs, but Tyler's room is down on the main level. He's like, but the main level, no, I don't do boxes. That will be, I took a week off for a reason. And so yesterday he sent us a bunch more pictures about how it's shaping up. It looks so cool. He has good taste. And like his stuff already sort of went with the grays and whites that he's got in the house, and yeah, it looks awesome. So okay, so I'm gonna jump over to my randomizer. I hope if you shared, you told me that you did, because otherwise I don't know. Okay, so I think I have two cards that I'm giving away, and I am filtering duplicate names, remove names after draw. You can't win twice in one drawing, so removing names after draw. So now I'm gonna start. Oh, hi, Julia. I missed you in our last thing. Oh, Sherry Moore, you are my first winner today. Congrats, Sherry. What a bummer, Julia, to have you to get food poisoning on your anniversary dinner. That's just no fun. Okay, I'm picking another name, and I started it. It's going fast. And Marcia, yay! Congrats. Okay, someday I'll send these out. You know that I am not good at sending stuff out. I still owe thank yous from when we were at Dad's. Several people were helping. Neighbors were sweet and did things and brought things over, and I still owe thank yous. And I've not sent any birthday cards like for 6 months, and I'm getting there. I'm gonna get there. I know I will. Okay, I'm working on it, but it's just I just struggle, you know. You're welcome. Okay, so today I need more water again already. You're welcome, Marcia. Okay, so today, let's see, do I have any promotions going on? I don't have any promotions going on, but I do have a host code for the month. I hadn't even shared it. I set it up right away in the beginning of the month, but I hadn't even shared it. It's on my blog now. I think I posted it yesterday, or maybe it was the day before. I think yesterday. So if you place a $50 online order with my code, then I'll have a gift for you. And I owe people gifts still from last month. I think I'm current at least through, let's see, this is June, so I'm current through April. Because I always do it at the end of the month and, you know, use my rewards and give gifts. So, so that's all that I can think of right now. Today is the 16th. I need my computer for that sort of thing. I can't be expected to know that. Oh, and make sure that you sign up, register for our one-day crafting retreat. I am so excited for this. We've been waiting for it for so long. Last year's summer one got canceled, so the last one that we had was back in February. And I know other people have been doing online ones and in person with masks at great big places, and I had a hard enough time finding this perfect place that I found for last February. We fell in love with it, and so now we're having it again, and I'm so excited. We're kind of a quarter of the way full, I think, and excuse me, remember to invite your friends, and that payment is what reserves your spot. Just saying, hey, I'm going, doesn't do it. Because I'm sort of, maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like we've all been waiting for this kind of thing. And it's first come, first serve. So once you pay, you have your spot reserved. And I'm really excited. So excited. Can't wait. Okay, today I'm going to show you a couple projects using the Sweet as a Peach bundle. Actually, so there's a bundle. So there's a couple little tags, some peach things. Look at those tiny little flowers that are cut out. You can do a bunch of tiny little flowers. You could almost use that for confetti. But I'm not using the dies today. I'm just using the stamp set. I just think it's so sweet as a peach. And I'm also using, they're called Basic Borders. Oh, and by the way, I did write it down for you this time. Can't remember off the top of my head. The Sweet as a Peach bundle, well, yeah, the bundle and the suite that it's part of is pages 60 and 61 in the new full catalog, new as of May. And then, so I'm using the Basic Borders dies. I'm just going to show you this in the packaging. So these are for cutting, and they're stitched and cute. that's all stitched. Some look like clouds, some look like, what do you call zigzag? Chevron, I guess. There's a rounded one, tiny little scallops. Anyway, I'm using these dies on both my projects today. So, anyway, I'm going to put you down so I can start stamping. And this is a photopolymer set, so I do have cushion under here. And so I'm going to put you down. So I have my wand, my magic wand. I'm going to unbackwards you, put you upside down, so then you are straight on here. I'm going to put you down a little bit farther. Causes problems for when I want to bring you back up, but it helps a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to get my stuff here a second. All right, so this is the first thing that I'm going to do, actually. This is one of the designer papers from the suite. I don't know the name of the suite. I have the designer paper here. Thanks for reminder, just finished signing up, paid my, woohoo, good job, Sherry, thanks. I'm so excited. Did I mention that? So I know you can't see my face, but it's just such a fun day because we all can craft together. You can bring whatever kind of craft that you want. You have a big old table that you get to all by yourself, but you get to spend it with ladies all day long. So anyway, okay, You're a Peach designer paper is what this is called. So anyway, we provide a couple projects and goodie bags, and it's all listed in my thing. Okay, so You're a Peach designer paper, and I'm going to deal with this first. So this is Pale Papaya, one of the new in colors, and this is Pear Pizzazz. This is a subtle, hi Lenny, and both of them are in the colors that are in the designer paper. Okay, so I'm using I'm not sure how this will go on camera, but I am using the mini boss. And what I want to do first is, uh-oh, where'd it go? I lost the one that I want. Just drop out? All right, where is it hiding? There's this, oh no, it does, right on top. I don't know why I couldn't see it. Okay, so this, I'll put it on something. This is the die that I want to use. Can you see all the stitching in there? So this is the die that I'm going to use. Now, to get through here, I had this cut to 4 inches at first, and then I had to cut it down to 3 3/4, and that fit better. So what I'm going to do, you need to make sure that it's that width or it won't work. And I'm just going to sort of cut off this this edge, this border. I'm going to cut this border, as it's called. All right, and so with the mini boss, it's important that you lead, sorry, I'm just trying, if my head's in here, I'm sorry. You want to make sure that the top plate is leading, otherwise you have a problem getting it through, and I might have a problem getting it through since I only have one hand to work with, since I'm sort of there. Okay, now I'm good. So it's, I gotta make sure that you understand what I'm saying. Oh, I bent it. Okay, so here's my die cut piece, and I'm going to show you how I do the plates. So when I do the plates in the mini boss, you want to lead this top one first, because if you have them all flush, then it sort of wants to just stop there and it won't pull anything. So that's just a quick tip for that. Okay, So here's my piece, and I'm just going to put it down right on my card so I don't lose it. You know that's always a possibility. All right. So we're going to put this here. Okay, so some of the other colors in this suite are, there's Calypso Coral, Pale Papaya, Bumblebee. So this might be a mixture of all that on there. And then, as I mentioned, this is Pale Papaya. Okay, so I'm going to put this die back in here so I don't think that I lose it again. Oops. Yeah. All right. Now, what I'm going to do, the first thing that I did with this one, I used Bumblebee instead of Pale Papaya. I don't know why. I think I didn't remember that Pale Papaya was in here, but I'm going to stick with it for this card anyway. So I'm using two colors to give it the blushed look on the peach. Do you guys like peaches? Todd and I go peach picking every year. He mentioned this set when he was looking through the samples. He saw samples on our incentive trip. And he's like, oh, I like that one. I said, I have it. I just haven't used it yet. Anyway, I'm using Bumblebee. And I'm going to tap off some of it. And I'm going to go right in Calypso Coral. So you probably can't see it, but you'll see it on my card. Just a sec. I gotta make sure I can see what I'm doing here. Yeah, okay, that's okay. I guess I wanted more yellow on there. I'm gonna try it again. Okay, if you're gonna do it again, make sure that you sort of get off your ink. I guess I don't want to tap it off is what I'm deciding. Because I'm going from light to dark, but now I'm going back to light. So I'm going to ink it up again. And then I'm just kind of going to get part of it over here. I don't want it all. I just want part of it. I'm going to flip it over and see how this turns out. I was going to stamp right on top of it, but I wouldn't have been able to get in the exact right colors in the exact right spot. There we go. Okay, now this splotchy part, it's made to be like that. Oops, let me show you in the stamp set. It's splotchy in the stamp set also. So don't worry about it. It's sort of the sun shining on it, you know, whatever. Okay, I'm done with these colors for now. And then I'm going to do the same thing sort of with these leaves. Old Olive is not in this color, but I like using Old Olive with Pear Pizzazz when I'm doing like a duo of colors sort of thing. So I'm inking up in Pear Pizzazz, but then I'm just kind of going around a little bit with the Old Olive to give it some more, another green. So there we go. There's my peach. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to put, where'd my, oh, here it is. Using Memento again because I'm using photopolymer. So I'm using, for this one, Have a Peachy Day. I'm putting it up here. I was going to do it across the peach, but I sort of have extra white up there, so I'm putting it up here. So here's my Have a Peachy Day, and I'm going to attach this, get it going, to my Pear Pizzazz. So I did just a tiny border of the Pear Pizzazz on here, so my dimensions are only 1/8 of an inch apart. I like that, just more subtle border. Now I'm using dimensionals. I registered for, maybe this wasn't part of registration. I don't remember. I registered for a leader's seminar. What are we calling it this time? I think we're calling it backstage. And they have some games in mind for that. Thanks for sharing, Lenny. They have some games in mind for that leadership thing, and so we had to say at some point. I did a survey, I guess. We had to say, one of the questions was for a game, what is the item that you lose the most in your stamping? And I said dimensionals. I am constantly looking for dimensionals. I always put them under something. It's totally silly. Okay, so we do have some embellishments that are in color that have the pale papaya. They look kind of yellowy. But I don't have enough of those, so I'm using these elegant faceted gems. These look kind of peachy, and so I'm using these. So I'm actually using some of both, the peachy one and the glittery white one. And I'm going with the odd number looks better. So we'll see. I'm going to do the white one over here. I don't want the big ones. I just want the small ones this time. This. And I'll do a white one over here again. Do you guys all talk to yourself when you craft like I do? And one more up here. There. And my card's done. Okay, so there's my first one. Okay, my next one, I'm going to use, I'm going to do the set of 3 peaches, and I want to show you, I struggled with this, so I'm going to show you what I'm doing. Thank you, Janet, for sharing. I appreciate that. I'm unmounting both of these stamps because it's important. It will help you. Okay, so to be able to figure out how I wanted to mount these on my stamps, I'm putting the stamp right on my case, on the picture of my case, and I'm picking it up. And I'm putting this stamp. You can sort of tell this one there's a little point on this one. That's easier to tell which one it is. Putting that stamp down, and I'm picking it up. Now it will help me put my leaves on my peaches better. I had a hard time trying to look at this and figure it out. First of all, this is all one stamp. That is helpful to know. At first I was like, I thought this was one and this was one, but it's all one stamp. Okay, something else that is helpful is there's a little spot here and a little divot here and a little divot here in these peaches. That's sort of where the stem is supposed to go, so you can kind of keep that in mind when you're going to stamp it. Now if you hold your blocks the same way, both of them the same way, then it will be easier also. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. Yes, I was thankful that that worked, Julia. Okay, so I'm going to do my stamping quick first, and then I'll do my die cutting. So I have this here, and I'm going to do the same sort of thing, but I'm starting with pale papaya this time. First, no, that's bumblebee. Pale papaya is here. Thanks for sharing, Kathy. All right, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to ink up with my pale papaya, And then ink up with my coral. Hopefully that is good. All right, so remember, I want to do it the same way as the box. So my pointy peach, I mean, two of them have little tiny points on them, but this one definitely has more of a, like a raindrop sort of point at it. So I'm holding that so it's in the, I wonder if I should do my leaves first, so my leaves don't hang off. Well, they're just going to hang off however they hang off. Putting my peaches on here. That's something that you could consider, though, if you like that better. Ooh, that looks pretty. I did good with my blending there, I guess we'll call it. Not that I blended it, but how I pounced, I guess. All right, and this time, even though Pear Pizzazz is the color that's in there, this time I'm using just Old Olive. It's darker in this designer paper that I'm going to use, so I'm just using this. I'm not messing around with the double colors for this particular one. Okay, so now I'm lining this up here. It's still angled a little bit, but that's okay. We're aiming for the approximately correct spot. Oh yay, look at that. Yummy peaches. We love peaches. We go to a place down in Fenville every year, and no lie, there's a couple varieties there like softball size. We weighed one, the biggest one we probably ever had, or at least we ever tried. We weighed it. It was a pound. This one peach was a pound. I don't remember if it might have been 15 ounces or it dropped I had this little one pound scale, a 16-ounce scale. I don't know if it dropped it so that it was actually more than a pound or if it was like at 15. Anyway, they're humongous and I love them. Okay, so this is ready. Now I want to do my die cutting again. And I'm using designer paper again. And so I'm taking this, see how this is just kind of a darker green here? So I went with the Old Olive. You're welcome, Lenny. So what I'm doing, I'm going to use the zigzaggy die from these basic borders. And I need my mini boss again. The mini boss is a little easier showing it in camera, so you can actually see what I'm doing a little bit. Okay, so this one, what I want to do is I'm aiming for, well, just below the middle is what I'm aiming for. So something like that. And then, of course, I still need to be on my plate this way. But then I need to remember I need to lead with this plate. Oh, but it can't be too far or it's not gonna... Just a sec. We need this farther on here so that it's all covered. Sorry, my arm's in the camera. Okay. So remember, I was just looking up and saw Lenny's comment again. Remember, whenever you're doing that technique of two colors, remember if you're doing multiples, you definitely want to clean off your stamp, at least rub off the extra before you go into your light color again. Okay, so I have this here. Hopefully it's straight. Okay. Okay, so I wanted to do this because I want to flip this over. The thing is, once I do that, it's off a little bit. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it together, line it up perfectly, and I'm gonna use a couple Post-it notes. Right on that border, because I want them to stay lined up. Then I'm gonna use my paper trimmer. Okay, first thing I'm doing, I'm not going to use my trimmer for this because I don't want to try to line this up. I'm just going to cut off this extra Post-it note that was hanging out here. I don't want that. Okay. So what I want is, I'm going to line this up. Oh, this isn't quite straight here. There we go. Okay, so I'm lining this up so that I can trim off that extra. And that extra. Okay, I'll pull what I need. Now, I can take these off. And now I can just line them up on my card because I have them the correct size to be able to do that. So, this is Pear Pizzazz again. Gotta find the opening. And I'm gonna put, so this is just a white mat that I'm putting down. And then I want my light, not so busy color. I mean, there's design there, there's the polka dots, but it's not so many colors busy wise. I'm gonna put this down toward the bottom, and then I'll put this one down. So I specifically wanted there to be a little white border in between there. Now, because I didn't cut these, this probably isn't on here totally straight. The die wasn't. It sort of thins over here, but I'm okay with that. All right. So now, where did my peach go? I have an empty, oh, there it is. My peaches. I forgot I did more than one. Okay, so this is Calypso Coral, and I already ran this through with the border at the bottom for this layer, and I'm going to put this on here. Okay. Dimensionals. Oh, I see them this time. I spotted them. I didn't hide them from myself too badly. All right, dimensionals on here again. So I wanted this border at the bottom to mimic or mirror or whatever you want to call it, the chevron or zigzag, whatever you want to call it, that I did on the designer paper. So I'm putting this here. So I still can see my zigzag, still can see my peaches. And, oh, I forgot I wanted to do one thing. I need to lift this. Okay. I decided that I did want to soften this a little bit with this pale papaya ribbon. I love this ribbon. In all the colors. It's in all 5 of the new in colors, and it's just so pretty. I think I said this before. It reminds me somewhat of the organza, the white organza we used to hear. Hi, Carrie. Thank you for joining me. Anyway, it's in all the new in colors, and I love it. So I just want to add this here a second. I need my ribbon scissors. I wish we still sold these scissors. Are you guys envious every time I use these? I love them. Some of you I know earned them or won them at my hostess appreciation party when I could choose them as like freebies with my host rewards. Okay, now I chose Thanks So Much. Again, I'm using Memento because I'm using photopolymer, and it fits right down here. Ha! Perfection! I love it. Okay, one last thing I'm going to do. I have my Wink of Stella. Sorry. Did you see me go away? My phone just rang. That does not work well with a live. So I'm coloring my peaches with my Wink of Stella. If you've not ever used this or seen this, keep in mind that you do need to open it. Well, I guess I should show you just a sec. It's a little bit of shimmer. It's not glitter. It's just a little bit of shimmer. And you probably can't see it on camera, but I'll tip it to try to show you. But, okay, so, oh, yay, that's awesome, Sherry. Okay, so this is what the Wink of Stella looks like right now. When you first get it, there's a black ring in here. And you need to unscrew it. Like, I don't unscrew anymore. I just pull the cap off. You need to unscrew it, pull off the black ring, and then screw it back in, and then it opens up the paint barrel in here. Now, once you get it open, you sort of have to pump it a little bit, and not on your project, or you're going to have a problem. Somebody just told me that they had a problem recently. You need to pump it, and you sort of can see it coming down through the barrel, but when it first comes out, even though now it's just shimmery, you might be able to tell it looks silvery when the paint first comes out, until it sort of evens out or whatever. Anyway, you need to sort of pump it a little bit, get rid of the excess that you have, and then you can use it just for some shimmer. That makes me think of Todd. He says s'mores. He doesn't say s'mores. He says schmores. He's funny. Okay, so here's my card. And I'm going to put you back up now and show you my cards better. Okay, so upside down, backwards, lift you up. And I have a voicemail. All right, there we go. Well, I sort of tried to demonstrate. I should have a new one here that I can actually show you how to open it sometime. Okay, I need to put my die away again so I don't lose it. Okay, so here is the last card that I made. I love the peaches. So nice. And I'm going to show you two of these cards. So this is the one that I actually made right now. And then this is the one, I had better spacing on this one. This is the first one that I made when I was playing. So just where I put the peachy one is a different spot. Yes, I think you are going to have to order these, Lenny. Okay, so that's all that I have to show you. Anybody have any questions or about what I used? I'll put dimensions. Oh, I didn't even realize that they're back order right now. Sorry. I just played. Thank you so much. Anybody have any questions about what I just used? I will put dimensions or measurements on there and products that I used. Anybody have questions about my retreat? Anything like that? I'm gonna take a drink quick while oh, hi Lynn, I didn't see you were on. Hello. Thank you for joining me. And I already did my drawing. Make sure that you, thanks for sharing, Marlene. Make sure that you share my video, and when you, and then tell me, don't just share it, tell me that you did, because I go back through sometime the night before, thank you, the night before my live, and I add everybody in my randomizer for my drawing, for giving away the projects that I made. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Oh yeah, they are on back order till June 28th. That is correct. That part I knew. There was something I was going to say. Somebody made me think of something, and I don't know why. I don't know what it was. Lynn, Terry, Sherry. Seems like it was something that you guys just seeing your name pop up made me think of it. And now I don't know. Oh, hi, Stacy. I'm done. I'm about to get off. I'm sorry. I don't know if you've just got on or if you've been on for a while, but I'm getting off. Unless I can remember what it was that I was trying to tell you. There's something there. I'm gonna. Oh, I know. Okay, so Marlene, I mentioned this on both in my blog. I commented on your comment from last week. I do plan to share my recipe for my lemon blueberry cheesecake shakes. They're so delicious. But I feel like I need to tell more of the story about it, or whatever is like the plan a little bit. And so I'm going to do it on my blog eventually. Otherwise you're going to look at it like, what is that? So anyway, that was what I was thinking. I knew that was because I saw somebody's name. Well, thanks for joining me anyway, Stacy, even though you just missed me, sort of. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again next Wednesday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Bye!